Welcome to
All
the
right.
Truth Radio. I'm Crazy Eddie, along with Mr. Lexima. Mr. Lexima, what's going on?
Hello, sir. How are you?
Groovy. Great. Today's movie review we're doing with Detroit 2017, right?
Detroit 2017. You're right. You're right. Now, have you heard of this movie?
Yeah, I heard of it.
Yeah. And have you seen the trailer for it?
Yeah, not too long ago.
And are you going to put a butt in the seat to go see it?
I don't know if I'm going to go see this movie. I don't know.
Why not? Why not? Before the review comes, why not? Why wouldn't you go see the movie?
Well, you know, pretty much what we see in the streets now, you know, white on black type violence, things like that, police framing young black men and black police officers. We see that in the news now. So why should I go watch it again? But tell me why. You tell me why we should go watch Detroit.
Well, it is a true event that happened.
Yes. It is.
Okay, so Detroit. Going into the movie, I had no idea what I was going to be watching. I knew it wasn't probably going to be a movie about the riots because the movie does take place during the riots of Detroit in 1967, I believe.
Very good.
So the riots of Detroit were going on. Now, this movie takes place during that time period at the Algiers Hotel. An incident happens at the Algiers Hotel, and the police who were there anyway because of the riots that were going on. An incident happens, and then the police respond to it, and basically that's the gist of this movie, is about an incident happening while the riots are going on outside in Detroit, and the horror that the police put these people through because they because of an incident that happened. I don't want to do a spoiler, but
of course.
Yeah. So basically, through the whole middle of this movie, you're watching the horror show that's going on that the police are putting.
I think we can let them know it's on the trailer. What it looked like from the trailer is that they were going to accuse the young black officer by having the type of gun that shot the three black men, right?
So the only name that I know from this movie is John Boyega, who's basically like a security guard type, but he
the one that looks exactly like Eddie Murphy.
He is a side piece to the movie, though. Okay, so
Okay.
let's just say that part. He's not the main person in this story. But if the trailer made it look like that, that's not what happens. So again, through the middle part of this movie, you're watching this basic horror show of what the police are doing to these people at the Algiers Hotel, which is basically brutalizing them. And you get to watch that for a good 45 minutes of the stuff that they had to go through, and then the outcome of what happens after that. So let's just say, again, I didn't know going into the movie exactly what I was going to be seeing, but coming out of the movie, I gotta say, so it's a very good movie. It's directed by Kathryn Bigelow, who did one of my favorite movies, Zero Dark 30. Not sure if you saw that, Ed.
No, I didn't, but it looks like a good movie, though. I mean,
what, Detroit?
I'm sure I'd be entertained. I don't recommend taking your white friends to this movie theater in a black neighborhood. I don't recommend that at all.
Right. Well, anybody can see this movie. Anybody can see this movie. But the thing
just
about
don't
the movie,
take your white friends to this movie in a black neighborhood. That's all.
The thing about this movie is it's emotional because of what the people are going through during, like I said, the middle part of this movie. While I was watching it, yeah, I was a little bit affected about what was going on the screen, and I've seen a lot of things on the screen before. But I have to admit that there were some things going on that, because of what's going on in our culture right now, what's happened in the last couple of years on the news, that's what it's going to bring you back to, even though this is 1967. And then, of course, the outcome of what happens in the movie as well, that's also going to bring you back to what happens to most officers in this day and age when they're accused of doing something, if they're put on trial. The outcome of those trials is basically what's going on in Detroit, as in the movie Detroit, towards at the end as well. So, but yeah, if it's a good piece of history to know if you don't know anything about what happened during this time. Yeah, it was in Detroit, but this could have happened anywhere. What was going on in this movie?
Detroit was a very racist city back in the 60s.
Well, most cities were. Most cities. I mean, most cities
but
were.
Detroit was really up there. It was right up there.
Yeah. If I have to give a rating for this movie, again, this is just a non-spoiler review, so I'm not going to speak about exactly what was going on to each character, but I have to admit the acting was great in this movie, the direction was great in this movie. I really didn't have a problem with the movie at all. Maybe the beginning of the movie was like a little slow, but it was
sleep.
No, not put you to sleep. But it basically, the movie does start off and show you a little bit about what's going on, how it led up to the riot. Like, why is the riot going on? Even though the gist of this whole movie is not about the riots, it's about this incident that happened during the riot. But my rating for this movie, I would give it a solid 7.5 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Really good movie. I recommend seeing it. I don't know if I'd watch this movie again, but solid movie. If you want to see a piece of history, to me that's what it is. It's just basically going over a piece of history. I already know about the Detroit riots, but if you want to see a piece of history, I do recommend seeing it. Definitely.
All right. There you have it. And this movie comes out tomorrow.
You can go tonight and see it.
Tonight?
It's in theaters tonight. Yes.
Oh, okay. How about that? Mm-hmm. All right. So that's where everyone's at.
Yeah, that's where everybody's watching Detroit right now.
They're watching it right now. Well, for those who haven't, there you have it. Go out and take a look at it. I'm not going to be rushing to go see this. So I'll be honest with you.
You can rush. It's a good movie to see. It's a very good movie. Very good. It's a powerful movie.
No, Dunkirk's still leaving.
Oh, yes.
That's a whole different story there.
Right.
I was a little disappointed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was a good movie, though. Good movie, though.
It was a good movie. It was a good movie.
Maybe Private Ryan, I don't know. Good movie, though.
Detroit is a different type of movie. So.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, for Mr. Lexima, I'm Crazy Eddie. You've been listening to The Truth Radio. The truth will set you free, and we are out.